Adventure Land in Lenox, Alabama, September 21st, 2023. Tonight, comments on comments, question answer. If you got any questions, send them in to, how do they send them in?
On the chat.
On the chat, okay, good. We'll try to get to them if we can. If you have thin skin, you might want to tune out right now, okay? If your feelings get hurt easily, tune out, okay? Let's see, we're the folks who believe the Bible is true. We're on Rumble, on Kent Hovind Official, on Genesis Baptist Church on YouTube, Kent Hovind Official on Odyssey, and a bunch of places listed on Dr.Dino.com. The fool said in his heart, there's no God. If you don't believe in God, you are a fool. God's calling you that. I'm just seconding the opinion, okay? How can anyone not see design in that? How can anyone believe this happened by chance? You really believe nobody made, and all of this came from a dot. Anyway, tonight, September 21st, tomorrow night, by popular demand, we're going to do Making Babies on the love bug. I have been up in the middle of the night studying. You will not believe what I found out about the love bug. Aren't they kind of a nuisance right about now? Wait till you see. Never mind. We'll talk tomorrow night about that. Okay, let's see. Comments. Thank you for converting me from evolutionary atheist to theist from India. Well, thank you. PK, call anytime. I'll be glad to help if I can. My suggestion, ask atheists to train their hands to fly like feather. One day they will definitely succeed. Good point. God bless you, Kent. Do you see the 7 years starting this year? I really do, Jason. I mean, I don't know. I did a chart on what I think is going to happen, for heaven's sake, according to the Bible. What on earth is about to happen? It goes along with my series of videos on the topic. Whoa, what on earth is about to happen? The charge $10. I think we're headed for royal trouble. We're here for the whole 7-year tribulation. I used to believe we get raptured out before the tribulation. I wish it was true. It's not true. We're here for the whole thing. And I think it started. Ask the folks in some of these countries where it's really getting bad. We shall see. Okay. Anyway, let's see. 2 Corinthians, lion. There are many who corrupt the word of God. Let's see. Many as I love, I rebuke. Probably talking about this. I think these are comments from the one I did about biologos. Okay. Let's see. Why would we keep denying evolution is a religion if it is? User. What does that mean? He's a drug user? What do evolutionists have to gain from that? Well, you don't want God to tell you what to do. And yes, evolution is nothing but a religion. You have to believe animals can change to something else. Nobody ever sees that. To deny your creator, somebody said. They don't want to admit they believe and don't know. You don't know evolution is true. You believe it. It's a religious belief. Because it isn't a religion, it doesn't require a deity. Lots of religions don't have a deity. Not all religions have a deity. Consider Taoism, Buddhism, Confucianism, atheism. Evolutionism is a religion. I'm sorry. If you don't believe that, too bad. It is. Let's see. Evolution is promoted by its practitioners as more than mere science. It's an ideology, a secular religion. Whoa, Michael Ruse said. I agree, Mike. You're right. He believes in it. But he admits, I believe in evolution. You can't know any animals ever change to another kind. Let's see. Atheist church have a little faith with Zach Anner. Atheist church. Evolutionists want to be able to claim science for their own exclusivity. That's correct. There's nothing scientific about evolution. It's a religious belief, zero science to back it up. You think there is some? Call for a debate. I'll debate you on my channel, your channel, Standing for Truth channel. Evolution is a religion. No, they just know science, fearless truth teller. Well, fearless truth teller, tell you what, call in and schedule a debate and tell us the truth. Where's the science for evolution? You claim you're related to a potato. You believe in evolution. That's what the charts show. Where's the science for that? Okay. A pursuit or interest followed with great devotion. Oxford Dictionary. That's evolution, all right. Evolution is science. No, it's not. Truth teller, it's a religious belief. Okay. Nothing more than a religious belief. You're just wrong. But it also includes a definition I gave. Words have multiple definitions. Let's see. None of the scientists at BioLogos will be watching this channel. Well, that's their choice, okay? I don't care if they watch it or not. I just have to tell the truth. They are assisting the enemy, okay? Debating isn't scriptural. What do you mean? Have you read the Bible? How many discussions and arguments did they have through the Bible to debate different topics and all kinds of things? Yeah, perfectly fine to discuss and debate different topics if you disagree on things. Collins' science achievements totally outclass Kent. Maybe so in some areas, but Collins believes he's related. It came from a rock. Aaron Nelson said, oh, we don't believe it came from a rock. I'll show you tonight. Yeah, you do. Okay. I said, if he believes and teaches he's related to a worm and came from a rock that came from a dot exploding, I'll debate him and you with half my brain tied behind my back. I'll tell you what, fearless truth teller, just for you, 3/4 of my brain tied behind my back. Okay? Let's make it 7/8 just to make it fair. Okay. Let's see. Perhaps you should try to untying your brain a bit. Maybe it'll help you actually listen to the people you debate. Oh, I listen. I think I'd tear them up sweetly in Christian love. Okay? Debates are supposed to be dialogues, not opportunities to regurgitate silly lines from a script. Regurgitate silly lines. Goober, truth doesn't change. When I started off as a kid, I learned 2 + 2 is 4. Guess what? It's still 4. Dogs produce dogs. They did when I was a kid. They're still doing it now. That's all they've ever done. So I'm not regurgitating lines from a script. I'm teaching the truth. Truth doesn't need to change and change the script. It's you evolutionists that got to change your script all the time. Here's from agree with that. And here you say the development of life on Earth, and you show different kinds of birds. I don't know if they're all related. I think maybe all the finches are related. I don't think the buzzards and the hummingbirds came from a common ancestor. They were probably designed. I don't know how many original kinds of birds God made, but I know they're not related to a possum. But you believe they are, don't you, Mr. Collins? Do you believe the hummingbirds are related to a possum? Just a simple yes or no. And why would you teach that and claim you believe the Bible when God said they bring forth after their kind? And you got your chart here this is from their video. Look at that. Birds, mammals, amphibians, all going back, plants, bacteria. This is nothing different than what the atheists teach. You guys are assisting the atheists. I'm sorry. Let's see. Biologo. There's abundant variety of life on Earth. How did it come about? Some say it's evolution. Others say by divine decree. What if both are true? No. God designed them to bring forth after their kind. Let's see. Man do thing. Man do thing. Whoa. I may not be religious, but this is the exact content I love to see. So many people are turned away from Christianity. This is a comment on BioLogo's channel. So he loves it that they compromise and teach creation and evolution. I love this channel. It solidified my faith. Pimpernickel writes in, okay, thank God for BioLogos. The scripture deals and references in this video are breathtaking. Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I think they are compromisers. They are teaching something that is simply not scriptural. Here's from their channel, from Whack an Atheist, or it did Strawberry Dave. They show, let's see, the simplest, most ancient organism arising from non-living matter and then evolving. That's faith. That's religion. It's not science. Is Kent saying lions and tigers aren't separate species? Grizzly bears and polar bears aren't separate species? Patrick says they're the same kind. There's no such thing as a biblical kind. Yes, there is. If they can bring forth, they're the same kind. Our cows show no interest in the sheep up on the North 40. None. Our pigs show no interest in the chickens. They don't breed together, okay? That word means absolutely nothing. You mean kind doesn't mean anything? I show a video in my seminar over and over, in my debates, how the word species has 26 different meanings, and one of them is kind. Over and over, they refer to a species as the same kind of animal. Can bears reproduce with other bears? Yeah. Can bears reproduce with a hummingbird? No. Okay. Let's see. I want to get up to something else here. It's weird. Ken keeps saying there's no such thing as a simple unicellular organism when that wasn't the implication. It was that there are significantly less complex organisms. Can't even list one that has merely 525 genes. And we've made one with 473 genes. No, they did not. Rosina, who's teaching you this stuff? 525 genes is more complex than the space shuttle. It had to have a designer. And they didn't make one with 473 genes. They cut and pasted. All they did, copied what God already made. Far less complex than modern smartphones. We create and produce smartphones. No one has ever created even the simplest life form. Isn't that simple? Is it? Yeah. Some folks just foam at the mouth talking about Hovind, and they sound like and mostly look ridiculous, though they want to appeal to creepy, freaky ones. Okay. Is it possible God started life from a single cell and developed it to where it would be able to evolve? Well, we don't see that. You can believe whatever you want. What we see is cows always produce cows, dogs always produce dogs. It looks like they always have. So I would say probably God created them to make cows and dogs to make dogs. No exceptions, okay? How do crystals fall? Oh, this guy said, one form of natural self-replication isn't based on DNA or RNA. It occurs in clay crystals. So self-replication does occur. Crybaby, you need to do some science teaching or science learning, okay? Crystals grow by accretion. They add the same minerals onto the surface. How do crystals grow? The scientific study of crystals and crystal formation is crystallography. Crystal formation through mechanism of crystal growth. It's nothing like reproduction, okay? Dave lost the debate with the famous strawberry evolve into a bigger strawberry. Ken Hovind got destroyed by King Crocoduck. End of discussion. David, does that mean you're going to shut up? End of discussion? Yay, because I slaughtered him, and I'll slaughter him again. You tell Crocodile, whatever he is, Crocoduck, to call, and I'll debate him on his channel, my channel, or Standing for Truth. He did not slaughter me. If you think so, you didn't watch the thing, okay? Yes, Crocodile Duck Boy got destroyed by Kent. End of discussion. Okay, Mr. Nelson and I had a debate, 2 hours, a couple years ago now. These are comments from his channel. I love, Hovind says, evolutionary theorists believe we came from rocks. Actual evolutionary scientists say, no, we don't. We never have. Hovind, a mind reader, apparently replies, yes, you do. He thinks we're made from clay. Well, for God to take clay and make a man is very different than for the clay to make the man by itself. Very different, okay? I think man can take iron ore out of the ground, smelt it down, make iron, shape it into pieces, put it together, and make a car. Does that mean the car can make itself? What do you mean you don't believe we came from rocks? Let's see. Earth was formed 4.5 billion years ago. It was a uniform ball of hot rock. National Pornographic. Do you believe that? That's what they teach. Okay, I didn't make it up. Okay, let's see. At first, Earth was a ball of molten rock. Oh, well, they believe that. Let's see. When Earth formed, it was a hot ball of rock. Earth started off as a ball of hot rock. Let's see. Hot, melted rock. Eventually, it cooled off. Okay. National Geographic again. Earth started as a hot, viscous ball of rock. When Earth was still a hot ball of rock, Mars might have formed. Oh, okay. Let's see. Earth is thought to have formed 4.6 billion years ago, very different than today. 3.9 billion years ago, it rained and it began to cool down, and it rained. Let's see. Earth began as a hot ball of rock. Glencoe Biology, right here on the shelf over there, okay? Okay. Then, as it is in these oceans, 3.5 billion years ago, the first living organisms appeared. As the Earth was a hot ball of rock, no evolutionist ever believed we came from a rock. Mr. Nelson, you believe you came from a rock. All the evolutionists believe they came from a rock. Okay, yes, you do. 3.9 billion years ago, Earth cooled down enough for water vapor to condense, and it began to rain. Rained for millions of years. Yep. Violent rainstorms. And in the oceans, the first living organisms appeared. So let me explain it to you where you can get it. Earth was a hot ball of rock. It rained on the rocks for millions of years, turned them into soup, and the soup came alive. I'm just showing you what you teach. Don't tell me you don't believe you came from a rock. Yes, you do. Earth started off as a ball of very, very hot liquid. Then it cooled down and became a hot rock. Solidified, didn't it? Yeah, okay. Let's see. Earth started as a ball of very, very hot liquid. After a few 100 million years, the temperature of Earth reached the melting point of iron, and Earth's core was formed. Earth formed 4.54 billion years ago. Okay, let's see. Earth was hot from all the collisions, and all the rock melted. And Earth was a hot ball of melted rock. You don't believe you came from a rock? Why don't you contact these guys and debate them at UC Berkeley? Millions of years of rains created the oceans. Okay? Swirling in the waters of the oceans was a bubbling broth of complex chemicals. Progress from a complex chemical soup to a living organism is very slow. Yep. 3.5 billion years ago, in the oceans, the first living organisms appeared. Earth started as a hot, viscous ball of rock. Heaviest material, mostly iron and nickel, sank to the center. I see. Then water trapped inside minerals erupted, a process called outgassing. As more water was outgassed, the mantle solidified. Again, National Pornographic, okay? Confessions of a Former Fireball, How Earth Became Habitable. Wow, from Yale. Go Yale, okay. How did Earth, what happened here? Let's see. Earth transformed itself with the help of some weird rocks. Let's see. How Earth transformed itself from a fiery, carbon-clouded ball of rocks into a planet capable of sustaining life. Theory covers Earth's earliest years and involves weird rocks that interacted with seawater in just the right way to nudge biological matter into existence. So the seawater on the rocks started life. Okay, let's see. As an added bonus, these weird rocks in early life would readily react with seawater and generate a large flux of hydrogen. Okay, it's essential for the creation of biomolecules. The lost city, hydrothermal fields, abiotic production of hydrogen. Let's see, a prime location for investigating the origin of life on Earth. That's code words for send more grant money so we can study how God didn't do it, okay? Let's see, our own Earth was getting hit by rocks that were falling toward it, kept getting bigger and bigger until it was a giant ball of melted rock. So let's see, the Earth was a hot ball of rock. Let's see, cooling down. But slowly, over a million years, Earth started to cool down. Some rocks full of ice and gas hit it and melted to make the sea. But slowly, of course, over many years, the top layer of the Earth was cool enough to harden. That's the ground we walk on today. We call it Earth's crust. Gradually, over a long time, plants started to grow, bugs started to live, and life on Earth began to form. That's a whole story on its own. It's a whole fairy tale on its own. How was Earth formed? At first, Earth was a ball of molten rock. Okay. Then volcanoes erupt gas and steam to form the oceans and melted rock. Earth's surface cooled and the hard outer crust forms. The first continents form and life begins on Earth. Just poof. No. Who can not believe that? I mean, come on. They wrote it in a book. It's got to be true. The Guardian. How did our planet form? It's astonishing what you can achieve with just a bit of gas and dust. Sure is. It all started with a tremendous bang. Somewhere in our galaxy, a star exploded, throwing out masses of gas and dust. Supernova happened 5 billion years ago. The wreckage from the explosion crashed into a nearby cloud of gas, bringing together the ingredients for our solar system. Okay. Slowly, these rocky planets began to organize themselves. They voted, Mercury, you go first. I don't want to go first. It's hot in there. You're a little guy. You go first. Get up there. Okay. Pluto, you're going to be a planet for a while, but now you're not anymore. Okay. Slowly, the planets organized themselves, settling at a comfortable distance. Oh, yeah, the planets are all comfortable, right? From the sun and finding their own orbit. These planets got a brain. Yeah. Earth found its path as the third planet from the sun. In the early days, rocky pileups were still common, leaving craters on the surface of all the planets. Ocean formed billions of years ago. Yep. Let's see. Scientists cracked the 40-year-old DNA puzzle, and hot soup is where the origin of life. Life got started from the hot soup. Yep. Let's see. Hot soup. There it is. Let's see. Primordial soup where life began on Earth was hot and not cold. Oh, Science Daily. It's got to be true. Let's see. So we started with primordial soup. Prebiotic soup. Hypothetical set of conditions on Earth 4.2 to 4.0 billion years ago. Okay, that's the heterotrophic theory. I see. What does primordial soup consist of? Carrots, green beans? Hot rock. That's it, hot rock. Let's see. Primordial soup somehow sparked into life. So, Mr. Nelson, pay attention. The Earth was a hot ball of rock. It rained on the rocks for millions of years and turned them into soup, and the soup came alive. Yes, you believe you came from a rock, don't you? Let's see. Somehow sparked into life. Whoa, here it is. The primordial soup theory. Life began in a pond or ocean as a result of a combination of chemicals, which evolved into all the species. Life began in a pond or ocean. Okay. The first self-replicating systems must have emerged in this organic soup. I'm just showing you what the books teach. I'm not making any of this up. I cut and pasted right off your books. So 13.772000005, I think now, years ago, there's a big bang. Nothing exploded. And Earth formed 4.6 billion years ago, rained on the rocks for millions of years, and the rocks came alive. The soup came alive 3 billion years ago. There's Grandpa. Primordial soup. Quite a few companies beside Campbell's make primordial soup from rocks with amino acids. Darwin's natural selection soup. It's a major company soup producer for idiots, okay? Wallace's condensed. They make primordial soup. Let's see, who else makes it? Oh, Haldane. He makes primordial soup. Look at that. Oprah and Haldane together went to a company started together, and they make primordial soup. No cholesterol. I see, okay. I believe all the dogs had a common ancestor, but it wasn't soup. It was a dog. You guys are insane for believing this. Let's see. How were the oceans formed? When the Earth was formed, its temperature was well above boiling point. There was no liquid water on the Earth. So what happened? Well, it rained. It really rained for centuries. Almost every ounce of water you see on the surface of the Earth had to fall from the sky. Check it out. This is American Oceans. Got to be true. It's on the internet. Okay. What is the organic theory of evolution? Well, this ought to be good. The theories of organic evolution explains convincing the origin of life. Theories of organic evolution explains the origin of life. Really, a new theory of organic evolution. Let's see. Theories of organic evolution explains origin of life. Organic evolution. Yep. It started from the soup, guys. We all know that. Primordial soup, believed to have contained the building blocks of the first forms of life. Primordial soup theory contains small organic molecules. Nobody knows how a mixture of lifeless chemicals spontaneously organize themselves into the first living cell. Primordial soup, a term introduced by the Soviet biologist Oprah, 1924. He proposed a theory that the origin of life, chemical evolution, particles that contain carbon in the primordial soup. I'm just showing you what you believe. Many scientists believe RNA, or something similar, was the first molecule on Earth to self-replicate. So there it is. First self-replicating molecules, and turned into us. We came from that in the soup. Yep, there we go. Major difference between DNA and RNA could explain why one is the go-to blueprint for life. Primordial soup. Hypothetical set of conditions, 4.2 to 4.0 billion years ago. Robert Shapiro is a biochemist. Got to be true, okay? Summarized the primordial soup theory. Early Earth had a chemically reducing atmosphere. Here it is, the theory. This atmosphere, exposed to energy in various forms, produced simple organic compounds. These compounds accumulated in a soup, which may have been concentrated at various locations like hydrothermal vents, etc. Okay? By further transformation, more complex organic polymers and ultimately life developed. Ever believed we came from? Stop trying to hide, Mr. Nelson. Be honest about your religion. You believe you came from soup. Did I show you enough evidence that you'll finally admit it? Why don't all you atheists comment now and say, okay, Hovind, you're right. We do believe we came from soup. Why don't you just admit it? Okay, that's enough for tonight. Any more comments or questions?
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Okay, Kent, next question. How can you tell the difference if you're getting punished from God as his child? Very difficult. Read the book of Job. Job did not know why it all happened. But he said, Lord, if you kill me, I'm going to keep serving you. Best thing I know to do, say, Lord, I love you. I'm going to serve you. I don't understand. He'll explain it all one day when you get to heaven. I've had things happen to me I still don't understand. 54 years of being a Christian, I look back and say, Lord, why? He says, I'll show you someday, son. Right now, you don't need to know. Yes, sir.
Is cereal soup?
Cereal?
Yeah, is that soup?
Maybe that could be considered, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cereal, sure. Come from that. Let's see. Marine fossils are found on Mount Everest. Did the floodwaters cover Mount Everest, or did the mountains rise 29,000 feet since the flood? Crybaby. Good question. Fair question. Okay. The crust of the earth is all broken up into plates. It still is today. Okay. There are cracks all over the place called fault lines. The crust of the earth is like a broken eggshell. During the flood, that's where the water came shooting out. And so the earth is covered in water. At the end of the flood, it says in Psalm 104, the mountains arose, the valleys sank down. If you can imagine a plate, one of these cracks of pieces of eggshell, the crust of the earth, flexing up and down a little bit. If the earth is covered with water 1.5 miles deep, which is what it would be if the earth were smooth, 1.5 miles of water, not flat, smooth, okay? And a piece of the crust of the earth the size of Texas tilted a little bit. I mean, out of 1,000 miles, to tilt 1 mile is not much, 0.1%, okay? If it tilted, came up 1 mile, all the water is going to run down to the low place. Or if it tilts slowly, it's going to go down slowly. That's why we have some rivers that are meandering back and forth, like the Mississippi. It runs off very slowly, drops 7 inches per mile, Mississippi does. Other rivers cut a deep canyon because they're going fast. All that would be at the end of the flood as the crust of the earth is settling into its current condition. So I think Mount Everest rose during the last part of the flood. And it's interesting to note, nearly all the major mountain ranges follow the coastlines. Rocky Mountains follow the Pacific. Appalachian Mountains follow the North Atlantic. Even the Alps follow the Mediterranean. I think a small piece settled in, Alps popped up or rose up slowly, and water ran off. It would be different at every location, depending how fast it's rising, how much water is there, how much time it's had to harden. Is the rock hard or still soft mud? If the crust of the earth hardened, say 100 feet thick, 100 feet of it hardened, dried out, then once you cut through that, you get to the soft part again. Grand Canyon probably cut through the crust and then gets to the soft part and poof, erodes really fast now. I'll watch the video when I get to heaven, and I'll try to get the message to you wherever you are at that time, okay? Okay, good question, though. Are ghosts real? Like the Holy Ghost? Tough question. I don't know. I don't have a good answer to that one. There certainly are demons and angels and spirits. Somebody else have to deal with that topic. Off my radar. Let's see. Alejandro, Kent mentioned before the Catholic Church helped start Islam. Can you elaborate on that? There's a book we have. I don't know if I have it here. Why I'm Not a Catholic deals with that. Answers to My Catholic Friends. These are some books we have on our YouTube channel. Oh, you got it? Okay. Oh, The Islamic Antichrist. Joel Richardson deals with that topic. See, the Catholics wanted to get the Holy Land back for the Catholic Church. And so they started really the Islam and encouraged the Islam religion to go take back the Holy Land for them. And they took it back, but they didn't give it to them. Today, we don't need you anymore. So they've been kind of up there. But yeah, they did start and really empower the religion of Islam. Roman Catholicism, Unending Roman Catholicism, another book. I'm not anti-Catholic. I'm just for the truth, okay? If they teach something that's true, I'll say, yeah, you're right. Go get them. If they teach something that's wrong, I'll say, you're wrong. Stop. They're wrong on dozens of things. Read the Bible, okay? So I'm not anti-Catholic. I'm just for truth. That's all.
This one's a two-parter.
Baptist Church. I look forward to bringing my daughters to DAL this Christmas. Well, come on down. Bring the whole family. We came 2 years ago. What's new at DAL? It never quits around here. What's new? Gee whiz. Come on down and see. I don't know. I don't remember. I forgot more things than I can remember. So we add stuff every day. Let's see. Thank you guys for all you do. Keep spreading the gospel, getting people saved. Take care and God bless. Thank you, Justin. Thanks for the super chat. Okay. Let's see. Fishing. Evening, Brother Hovind. Was wondering what to do. What do you think about baleen whales, toothed whales, and dolphins ate before the flood? Well, I think to go from a vegetarian, like a vegetarian lion, to a meat-eating lion is a minor change compared to going from a rock to a lion. Now, it's interesting, though, if you read carefully, it's all the animals on land that God gave to eat the plants. It could be that the fish and animals in the sea are not included. Maybe they always ate other fish. I couldn't prove it one way or the other. Okay, good question, though. Last one. What if the cow identifies as a dog? Whoa. Did you see Matt Powell? He wanted to raise money to regender his dog. That was brilliant, Matt. Type in Matt Powell official and watch his channel there. Okay, thank you so much for joining us. Any questions or comments from here? Thank you for all your visitors that came. We'll give you guys the tour tomorrow. We'll finish the tour. We got half of it in. And we got a visitor here named Kent. Got to be a smart man, right? Amen. All right, see you tomorrow. No, tomorrow, Friday. Oh, the making babies, the love bug. You're not going to believe. It's more than you think.